Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, Honorable. They don't go ahead and do the thing again. Did you read through this document? Smooth? Good. Okay. My desk. Yeah. Okay.
Good day and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Guam Hybrid Land Use Commission. I would like to call this meeting to order. It is 1:32 on my watch. I will begin with roll call, beginning with Mayor Savares.
Present.
Mayor Rivera.
Present.
Mayor Blas.
Present.
Mayor Sanchez. Not present. And then I also proceed with acknowledging our commissioner, Leilani Flores.
Present.
Thank you. Commissioner Ron Pangilinan. Present. Thank you. Mr. Joseph Borja, not here. Okay. Chief Planner Celine Cruz.
Present.
Members of the planning group, as well as attorney Ms. Miller. Here. Okay. I am Anita Enriquez. I am the chairperson for today's meeting, and welcome everyone. We do have a quorum. Today's meeting is being live streamed on YouTube at the Guam Department of Land Management channel. The first order of business is item 2, approval of the minutes. The Guam Hybrid Land Use Commission regular meeting minutes on Thursday, oh my word, December 14, 2023. A draft of the minutes was emailed to the commissioners and mayors for review, and we will entertain a motion for action at this time.
I would make a motion to approve the minute from the GHLUC regular minutes from Thursday, December 14, 2023.
Okay, Ms. Motzi, Commissioner Flores, do I hear a second? Thank you, Commissioner Pangilinan. Any discussion, any errors or omissions on the December 14, 2023 minutes? Okay, there being none, all in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Okay, it is unanimous. The minutes of December 14, 2023 are approved. Item 3, order unfinished business. I see none on the agenda, so we shall proceed to item 4 under new business. A conditional use application number H2024-28. Pacific Rim Constructors Incorporated, represented by Daniel D. Swavely, is requesting for a conditional use permit for the proposed construction and operation of 6 temporary workforce housing facility structures to house up to a maximum of 600 workers on a portion of lot 5316-R3 NEW-3 in the Municipality of Dededo in an M1 light industrial zone. Case planner is Mr. Frank Titino. So I see that we have our representatives and applicant to the table. Please state your name for the record, and you may proceed with your presentation.
Thank you very much. My name is Dan Swavely, representing Pacific Rim Constructors. My left here is Keith Stewart, the president of Pacific Rim Constructors, and Kyle Warhout, my associate. Thank you. You know, it's rare that we convene a temporary, that we convene a hybrid commission for a temporary workforce housing facility, right? I mean, I think this is the first one. Having worked with all of you so much, I feel a little guilty bringing you away from your daily duties, you know, and bad weather and everything. And maybe this is an indication that with today's escalating costs, maybe the $3 million threshold is a little too low to convene a hybrid commission in the future, right? Maybe it ought to be today, maybe it ought to be 5 million or more than that. And if you have any thoughts or agree with that, let me know, and I'll do the legwork on a new bill. We'll go for that. That said, Pacific Rim Constructors is a very successful local construction company, founded in 2012, and currently have about 250 employees, about half of which are local hire. They've been involved in several notable projects, such as the Villa Sirena, Ironwood Villas, a bunch of Guam infrastructure projects, and of course, projects in both capital office and in the station. Due to both recent awards and the prospect of more on the way, Keith and his company have decided to now expand their workforce housing facility arrangements so they're ready when they need it. The highlights of their proposal, maybe this is one of the reasons why it goes over the $3 million, is instead of one or two big warehouse facilities with an infill of workforce housing amenities, it will be 6 structures, each accommodating up to 100 workforce employees each. Okay, so we have six structures. They're going to look designed like warehouses because let's face it, eventually they will be warehouses. Yeah, I mean this isn't going to go on forever. They will be warehouses. So Ethan is his shop designed it that way to begin with, and infilled with workforce housing amenities that are required. We're asking now for the commission to do all 6. The municipal public hearing went very well, and thank you, Frank Pagano, for chairing that. Which it was not really. There weren't lots of people there because let's face it, this facility is tough around, right? But we did have good participation, and then we had 2 very good, robust municipal planning council public hearings. Thanks again to Mayor Savares for that, as well as the regular meeting. The thing I like particularly about the municipal planning council public hearings was that we really got relevant, good input, relevant. Okay? You'll notice that I had to submit a bunch of supplemental applications. That's because the master plan kept changing based on input from the public, right? We should have a visitor there, so I was particularly we should have visitors, visitor center for people coming in, you know, the bike racks, security, da 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 da. So as those comments kept coming in, we changed our site plan to reflect that public input. And the final supplemental number 3 revised site plan is the one that it accumulates all of those comments, and that's the one we'll be able to get approved. That said, I should go through 2 or 3 exhibits real quickly for the record. Yeah, the first one will be the vicinity map. Okay. Greenport Drive. The new hospital is not so new anymore. Route 3. Camp Loss is up here. Right, about halfway down towards Camp Loss. You can't see it from the road. I mean, you can see our public notice sign, of course, but it's back. As for the surrounding land uses, here we are again. Here we are again. Basically, now. I mean, this is Google. Okay, it could be a year or 2 old, but basically, there's not any area. Across the street, of course, we have a lot of single houses. Yeah. Then as for the site plan itself, in your supplemental application, 3, you'll see we have 6 warehouses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A large roadway coming in the middle, and a cul-de-sac to turn around and get on it. We have basketball courts, 4 of them there. Lots of amenities over this side. Benches, barbecue areas, picnic tables, a visitor center, and landscaping around is required. Rivers that's around is required. Inside, We have the typical amenities that have evolved during this commission's approval of workforce housing facilities over the last 10 years. Lots of recreation stuff, pool tables, ping pong tables, internet cafes, quiet rooms, a little medical clinic, very security out front. So pretty well, it's very well accommodated, frankly, and very modern as far as all of them. So, that's it for me. Happy to take your questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Swavely. To members on the commission, do you have any questions for the applicant or the applicant's representative? None from me as well. Thank you. So I now turn it over to Chief Planner Thurs for your presentation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be reading the staff report on behalf of the case planner, Mr. Frank Taitano. This is dated November 4th, 2024 for application number H 2024-28. Pacific Rim Constructors, Inc. is requesting a conditional use permit for TWHF to house 600 workers on a portion of lot 5316-R3 New-3 in Dededo. The subject site is located along the western side of Route 3 and is 4.5 acres and is M1 zone. Under the North and Central Guam Land Use Plan, the area was designated as residential. Under the Community Design Plan, the area was undesignated, and there was no previous commission action. The application was accepted on May 29, 2024, heard by the ARC on July 2nd, 2024, and a public hearing was held on October 9, 2024. There were 3 supplements that were submitted, updating the parcel information as well as the master plan. Based on the submission of a new updated master plan and the new property map, which created the official lot number of the proposed TWHF site as lot number 5316-R3 New-R3-New-4, we feel that it will be proper henceforth to refer to the lot as official location of the proposed TWHF and submit the following. The applicant's request is to create a TWHF on a property that is zoned M1. As shown on Exhibit 4, the site development plan, the development of the proposed TWHF is to consist of 6 warehouse structures with a mezzanine to house a maximum of 100 workers each for a total of 600 workers. The 6 structures are identical with specific design parameters for sleeping, toilet, and shower facilities, food service, security, medical care, transportation services, and active and passive recreational areas. The developed site will also include an off-site stormwater mitigation system, a solid waste structure, grass and landscape areas, a lawn and picnic and barbecue area with tables and benches, shelter for visitors, parking areas with ADA stall, bicycle racks, and 4 basketball or volleyball courts, and a 6-foot perimeter fence. The TWHF structures are to be connected to the public sewer system. Each of the warehouse building measures 70 by 120 feet with a mezzanine that measures at 3,000 square feet for a total of 11,400 square feet. Access to and from the proposed TWHF site is provided by a 40 feet wide public access and utilities right-of-way that connects to Route 3. Impact of proposed uses on adjacent lands, including health, safety, and general welfare factors. The applicant, in its efforts to address impacts of the proposed TWHF on the adjacent lands, notes that the facility is to be connected to the public sewer and water system. In regards to the health, safety, and general welfare, the applicant has submitted a commitment to provide medical services, full security services, and a chain-linked fence along the perimeter. They will also utilize a local catering service to provide meals and related food services, and provide janitorial and landscaping services and transportation. In addition, the TWHF includes a laundry area and facilities for both active and passive recreational activities. The applicant is to provide an off-site stormwater retention system to address the on-site stormwater runoff and is providing landscaping to enhance the aesthetic environment, green areas for passive activities, and to help reduce stormwater runoff. The applicant has provided a set of house rules that addresses security and safety practices, including factors such as personnel access and exit procedures and personal social code of conduct. We have advised the applicant that when actual operations begin and as new and improved procedures and measures are implemented, that these amendments must be incorporated and made a part of the Workforce Housing Facility Rules and Regulations document. Based on a review and analysis of the form and context, as well as the positive outcome in support during the public hearing, the positive response of the Dededo Municipal Planning Council resolution, and lastly, the positive response received from the ARC agencies, we've concluded that the proposed use is compatible with existing and future light industrial uses. Therefore, it is our findings that the requested conditional use is in line with the requirements of Section 61303 and Section 61309C, Title 21 GCA, Chapter 61. We find it proper that it be considered favorably by the Guam Hybrid Land Use Commission. Lastly, on to staff recommendation, we recommend approval with conditions as follows. A, that the applicant adhere to the ARC permitting agency's conditions and requirements as stipulated on their official position statement. And B, that the initial approval shall be for 24 months and therefore shall be renewed annually pursuant to Section 61309C4B1 of Title 21 GCA Chapter 61, and C, that there shall be no changes to the approved conditional use permit unless subjected before the ARC and the GHLUC approval. And lastly, that hence therefore all documents to include the notice of action of this approval should refer to lot number 5316-R3 new-R3-new-4 as the official location of the proposed TWHF. And this concludes the staff report.
Thank you very much, Ms. Swavely. Are there any questions from members of our commission for staff? For Chief Run? I don't see any movement, so I will now turn it over for public comment. If there are any members in the audience who would like to come forward for public comment with regard to this application, please raise your hand, come forward. I don't see any movement there either, so I'll go ahead and close this segment for public comment. And I'll take it back to our commissioners to take action on application number H2024-28. Yes, Mayor Savars.
I'll go ahead and make a motion
Okay.
to approve the application number H2024-28, Pacific Rim Constructors, Inc., represented by Daniel Swavely, for the conditional use permit for a proposed construction and operation of 6 temporary workforce housing facilities, structures to house up to a maximum of 600 workers on a portion of lot 5316-R3 NEW-3 in the municipality of Dededo in a M1 light industrial zone.
So a motion has been made. It's
Mayor
oh,
Mayor
point of order.
Savars, can I have you update the motion to reflect the new lot number as noted in the staff report? So it would be for lot
16-R3-new-R3-new-4. Sorry.
So a motion has been made by Mayor Savars. Do I hear a second? Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Blas. Any discussion on this motion? I don't hear any. I'll go ahead and call for the vote. All those in favor of approving application number H2024-28 as presented, subject to the conditions, please signify by saying aye, raising your right hand. Aye. Okay, it is unanimous. Application H2024-28 is approved. Best wishes.
Thank you for your.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. The next item is item 5, administrative and miscellaneous matters. Let's see. I just wanted to note that this is Honorable Mayor Savars' last hybrid commission meeting since she will be retiring. And I would like to just extend on behalf of the Guam Department of Land Management, on behalf of our fellow commissioners, Jason Dunklum and Zugis Mossy, thank you so much for your service, Mayor. You've put in an amazing amount of time, not only for the commission, but just in terms of your service for your village. And so we do have something special to present to you.
Oh, wow.
They're all complete. They have. But I do want to mention something about Dededo.
Okay,
The Dededo Mayor's Office, the Dededo Municipal Planning Council. They're actually, along with them, one of the more progressive municipal planning councils in generating the resolutions that need to come. And of course, the resolution is the end result, but setting up that meeting to go to the resolution is quite, quite a feat to get to there. So the central villages, Barrigada, that they come in, with the resolutions pretty much on time and pretty much on it. But I think that's because of the working relationship that the mayor has with the chief planner and the planning staff, as well as the staff. I believe Dededo is the only mayor's office that has a IT specialist on board to handle the meetings that they have in their life.
It's called young people that do
Yes.
seconds, right?
yes.
But thank you very much. You made us out a lot.
Yes, yeah.
Do you need a group photo? Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you again for your incredible service, Nate. We will miss you on the Agri Commission, and certainly will miss you watching and hearing from you, especially as it relates to your constituency in the village. Okay, now I for now will now entertain a motion for adjournment. Okay, motion made by our honorable mayor. And so do I hear a second? Second. A second. Okay, we'll go ahead and Mayor Lost. Okay. All in favor of approving the adjournment, please signify by saying aye, raising your hand. Aye. It is unanimous. The meeting is officially adjourned. I have 152 on my watch. Thank you all for your service.
Yeah.
Okay, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the regular meeting of the Guam Land Use Commission. Today is November 4th, 2024. I want to go ahead and call this meeting to order. It is 1:54 on my watch, and we will begin with roll call, beginning with Commissioner Leilani Flores. Thank you very much. Commissioner Ron Hangley. Thank you. And Mr. Joe Borba, present. Thank you. Chief Planner Celine Cruz.
Present.
Thank you. Attorney Miller.
Present.
Yes, and members of the staff, I see that you're here. I am Anita Enriquez. I am the chairperson for the GLUC, and thank you very much. We do have a quorum, so I shall proceed. Today's meeting is being live streamed on YouTube at Guam Department of Labor Management channel. The second item on the agenda is the approval of minutes, the GLUC regular meeting minutes of Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Apparently it is not ready for review and approval. So we will table this, move this to the approval agenda at the next GMC meeting. There are no old or unfinished business under item 3. Under item 4, new business, we do have, well, we don't have any, but we do have an item 5, administrative and miscellaneous matters. Before us is an application under tentative subdivision extension of time, application number 2021-29A, Perez Properties Incorporated request for an extension of time for an approved tentative subdivision known as Villa Sirena on Tract 18208, formerly lots 1087-A-1 through 10087-A-6 and lot 1087-B-1 in the Municipality of Barrigada in an R1 single-family dwelling zone. The case planner is Ms. Perez Properties. So I welcome applicant or representative to the table. And for the record, please state your name.
Good afternoon, Chairwoman, members, everybody. I'm Margarita Perez, my brother Tom, and we've got our brothers Greg and John as well. So thank you for allowing us to your presentation. Very good. Perez Properties is requesting an extension for the tentative subdivision in Villa Sirena, approved on October 26th by the DLUC and filed on November 9th for the following reasons. The Connie Basin was revised to include a sedimentary basin, an infiltration basin, and an overflow berm to meet current standards. Our construction manager, Flores, continues discussions with the Mayor of Barrigada and the Department of Public Works regarding off-site storm management with potential effect on ingress and egress during construction. The curb and gutter sidewalk were realigned, removing the grassy strip between the sidewalk and the curb. Curb was changed to a S type, and 2 homes were swapped on 2 different lots to accommodate setbacks due to an increase in our home size. 1 or 2 more solar street poles will be added to replace a total of 16 electric bollard lights located on each home lot, making the subdivision more sustainable. And you can see the bollard in front of each home right now. A temporary erosion and sediment control plan was added and will be used during construction. These are more details on that erosion plan. Sorry if I'm going too fast. A temporary traffic control plan was added as well to be used during the construction phase. For those solicited quotes from contractors, we expect the revised quotes to cover the Tract 18208 block and lot numbers were incorporated into the infrastructure plan as well. Lastly, the subdivision name spelling Villa Sirena with an I was changed to Villa Sirena with an E. It's not do that. Our presentation. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you very much. To my fellow commissioners, do you have any questions?
No question.
So I do have a question. So why did it change from I to E?
Okay, well, Villa Sirena is the name, and
Yes.
Sirena is a saint. That was where our mother's confirmation name. So when we realized that, okay, we need to change it to these. So this subdivision was originally called Villa Farming back in 1958 by our dad. And because we have another Villa Farming in Germany, we changed this to Sirena. In her honor.
Okay, thank you for that history. Very good. Okay, now I now turn it over to Chief Planner Cruz or staff to make a presentation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll be reading the commission brief on behalf of the case planner, Grace Vergara. This is dated November 7, 2024 for application number 2021-29A. Perez Properties, Inc. is requesting for an extension of time for an approved tentative subdivision on Tract 18208. As conditionally approved by the Commission on October 26, 2023, the application pertains to a tentative subdivision aimed at creating 16 single-family residential lots with complete improvements. In its commitment to addressing the health, safety, and general welfare concerns related to the proposed development, the applicant has been actively collaborating with various government agencies to meet the requirements. This collaboration is essential for developing the 44-foot wide access and utility easement, which will include paved lanes and planting and utility strips. The applicant's effort will also ensure proper connections to the public sewer and water system the installation of the required number of fire hydrants, adequate street lighting, and an approved stormwater drainage system, in addition to the creation of the proposed green space or park. Lastly, on to staff recommendation, considering that the applicant has been and continues to consult and coordinate with the government of Guam permitting entities involved to address their permitting conditions and requirements for the approved tentative subdivision. Planning staff recommends approval with the following condition: that the applicant continues compliance to the conditions as specified on the notice of action dated October 27, 2023, filed under document number 992767. And this concludes the commission brief.
Thank you very much, Ms. Godfrey, and to my colleagues. Do you have any questions for chief planner or staff? Don't have any questions as well. I now open the floor for public comment on this particular. I don't see any movement, so I'm going to close this segment of public comment. And before we move to take action by the commission, any other comments or questions by my colleagues? I don't have any, so I'll go ahead and entertain a motion for action for this request.
I would like a motion to approve application number 20/21-298 based on the recommendations stated in the November 7th, 2024 commission meeting.
Okay, excuse me, Commissioner Flores, second. Thank you very much, Commissioner Pangilinan. Any discussion on this motion? There being none, all in favor of approving application number 2021-29A, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Aye. It is unanimous. The application is approved. Thank you very much. Thank you, Susansi. Best wishes on this development. Thank you. Okay. The next item on the agenda is item B, application 2020-41C, Nan Incorporated, represented by WD Flores Associates, request renewal of its conditional use permit to allow for the continued operation of this temporary workforce housing facility to house up to 852 temporary workers on lot 2278-R1, estate 1117 in the Municipality of Barrigada in M1 Light Industrial Zone. Case planner is Mr. Frank Typman. So welcome, Mr. Flores, and additional representative. For the record, please state your name and you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair and commission members and DLN planning staff. My name is Willie Flores, and we are here on behalf of Nan Inc. With me is Nina Rojas. She's a project manager and very, very shy. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I believe that the commission is intimately aware with Nan Inc. and their current temporary workforce housing facility. They actually have two. The second one in 19 will be coming up for renewal here next month. But right now we are at the main. With this concerns the main facility, which in 2023 authorized up to in 2023 authorized up to 404 beds, with the possibility of expanding to 852 beds. With conditions, and those conditions require, of course, that we come again before the agencies and the land use commission. We have current occupancy of 170 beds. I don't know if you want to go through I don't know if you wanted to go through this PowerPoint. If not, we can just come right through this, Madam Chair. I believe that there's some time constraints that we're dealing with. So, okay. So current occupancy, the current approvals are for 404 beds. Current occupancy is 170. We anticipate that by the second quarter of 2025, it'll be up to 320 beds. As you know, Nan Inc. Has got awarded quite a large Big Mac project on basin, so they need to bring in more workers. The issues that arose during 2024 under this temporary workforce housing, there were no issues that we are aware of. The facilities are in excellent condition. Many benefits are provided for the occupants, including recreational facilities. They have table tennis, they have billiards, they have volleyball and basketball courts. They also have transportation for shopping and church transportation. And our favorite is they have karaoke every night for the occupants. And some of those guys can really sing. It's good all around. We have noticed that the morale at the camp is good and disciplined. They have had 3 employees removed from the facility and sent back home since camp opened for violating rules of conduct. One was for fighting, and the others were caught with alcohol. As you know, these are supposed to be alcohol-free facilities. Generally, most of the occupants are abide by the rules. No other issues that we have noted. Madam Chair and Commission members arose during this period, and so we are here on behalf of Nan Inc. Asking if their permit to operate the temporary workforce facility can be renewed once again. Thank you.
Mr. Samasi, Mr. Flores, to my colleagues, do you have any questions? Is there a table?
It is full table.
Okay.
They're trying to get ours, but they have theirs. So. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And now turn it over to Chief Planner Thurs, our staff, for the presentation.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is the Commission brief dated November 4th, 2024 for Nan Inc., who's requesting a renewal of a conditional use permit for the continued operation of a TWHF to house up to 852 workers on lot 2278-R1 in Barrigada in an M1 zone. The applicant submits its second annual renewal request and in general provides that as approved, elements of the approved TWHF for sleeping, kitchen, dining, toilet, shower, and laundry facilities, security including fire and medical emergency response capability, recreational facilities, transportation services, on-site stormwater retention system, landscaping, a 6-foot high perimeter fence, and an in-house set of rules and regulations of the approved TWHF are functionally existing. The applicant also included a copy of DPHSS Workers Dormitory and Sanitary Permits and photos of the complex. On October 29, 2024, the case planner conducted a site visit and finds that the exterior of the facility is well kept, clean, and the basketball elements are existing. In conclusion, we find that the request package is in proper form and context and submitted to the Commission for their action. Lastly, on to recommendation, we recommend a favorable Commission review of the applicant's renewal request and updated site plan with the following conditions. Number 1, that the applicant continues compliance to Section 2 of Public Law 36-2 as specified on DLM's approval letter dated April 27, 2021. And lastly, that pursuant to the Barrigada Municipal Planning Council resolution, any increase above the 404 workers to be housed within the approved TWHF will require resolution of approval from the Barrigada Municipal Planning Council. And this concludes the Commission brief.
Thank you very much, Ms. Goodman. Thank you to the staff, all that hard work. To my colleagues, do you have any questions for planning? I don't have any questions. I now turn it over for public comment for this particular application. If you want to make public comment, please raise your hand. Come forward. I don't see any movement, so I'll go ahead and close this segment of public comment. And I'll turn it back to my commissioner colleagues to see if they have any further comment before we take action on this particular application. Thank you. Yes.
I entertain a motion to approve application of 2020-41C, based on the November 4, 2024 commission brief, based on the recommendations due in 2024.
Masi, Commissioner Flores, do I hear a second? Thank you very much, Commissioner Pangilinan. Any discussion on this motion? I don't have any. All in favor of approving the motion for application 2020-41C, please signify by saying aye and raising the right hand. It is unanimous. Application 2020-41C is approved. Best wishes. And thank you very much for presenting the positive update. Best wishes on this development. Okay, the next item on the agenda is application C, application 2011-13D, Guam Properties LLC, represented by WB Flores and Associates, requests renewal of its conditional use permit to allow the continued operation of its temporary workforce housing facility to house up to a maximum of 250 workers on lot 5224-1-4 in the Municipality of Barrigada in an M1 light industrial zone, which has the case planners, Mr. Frank Tecno. So Here we go again. Welcome, Mr. Flores. For the record, please state your name and you may proceed with the presentation.
Okay, Jesus Masi again, Madam Chair and Commission members and DLM planning staff. My name is Willie Flores, with Flores Associates, and with me is our project manager, Dina Rojas, who I will reiterate is very shy. But she is the one that basically put all the groundwork together, and she's very familiar with these projects. In 2023, the Guam Land Use Commission authorized the use of this facility in Dullo Road for up to 250 beds. The current occupancy is 141 beds. 77 beds. The company called EFM, Vertex, and 64 for Hensel Phelps. The anticipated occupancy in 2025 is up to 200 beds. The commission should know that this facility experienced growing pains. There was a lot of confusion between the rules for them. There was a lot of confusion between the rules for apartment for housing temporary workers and for the rules for an actual temporary workforce housing facility. And so we helped them work through that. There was some, again, administrative issues because Hensel Phelps, who is a partner in this, is employee owned, and they were not aware of the rules and regulations governing temporary workforce housing as promulgated by Guam law. But those have been resolved. They continue to be resolved. The facility is generally well kept. The good thing about them is that they respond immediately when we bring up concerns. I was hoping that the Barrigada mayor would stay here because she's aware of the one major issue that arose was the placement of the trash bin. And a couple of the neighbors were very concerned about where the trash bin was placed. So we have them relocate that to a more remote area. And so that has been resolved. No other issues that we have noted regarding violations of the workforce rules or violations of law regarding the workforce housing have been brought to our attention. They have the annual sanitary and other operating permits that they've been using. They did have some house cleaning issues, but we taken care of that. And so the house cleaning issues arose after Typhoon Mawar when everybody was out scrambling, trying to just recover from the typhoon. But as you can see, they've taken care of that, and the facility is now pretty well cleaned and maintained. Again, this facility houses both employees from both PFM Vertex, which is a Guam-based construction company, and Hensel Phelps, which is an international employee of the company. We would be glad to answer any questions that you have at this time, but we are not embarrassed to recommend that despite their growing pains, we are not embarrassed to come in and apply for this renewal on their behalf. They're actually good stewards and they're actually good stewards and they're good contributing members to the community. We did poll some of the neighbors, and the neighbors did say that after the initial growing pains that they're doing okay now. So we're okay with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. To my colleagues, do you have any questions? Mr. Flores? Sir, I don't have any questions as well. And I'll turn it over to Chief Planner Perez or staff for your presentation.
This is the commission brief dated November 4, 2024. Guam Properties LLC is requesting for renewal of a conditional use permit for the continued operation of a TWHF to house up to a maximum of 250 workers on lot 5224-1-4 in Barrigada in an M1 zone. The applicant submits its third annual renewal request and in general provides that the elements of the approved TWHF for sleeping, toilet, and shower facilities, laundry, cooking, and dining, security, including fire and medical emergency response capability, recreational facilities, transportation services, on-site stormwater retention system, landscaping, a 6-foot-high perimeter fence, and an in-house set of rules and regulations are functionally existing. The applicant also included a copy of DPHS Workers' Dormitory and Sanitary Permits. On October 29, 2024, the case planner conducted a site visit and finds that the exterior of the facility is well kept, clean, and the basketball elements are existing. In conclusion, we find that the request package is in proper form and context and submitted to the commission for their action. Lastly, staff recommendation. We recommend a favorable commission review of the request with the following condition: that the applicant continues compliance to the conditions as specified on the notice of action dated August 2nd, 2011, filed under document number 825052. And this concludes the commission brief.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gilroy. To my colleagues, do you have any questions for the planning team? I don't have any questions. Thank you for all the hard work associated with this particular application. I now turn it over for public comment at this time. Don't see any movement, so we shall close this segment of public comment. And I turn it back to our commissioners for any further comments before we entertain a motion for action.
I would make a motion to approve application number 2011-13D based on the recommendations stated in the November 4, 2024 commission meeting.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Flores. Motion has been made. Do I hear a second? Thank you, Commissioner Pangilinan. And any discussion on this motion? Okay, there being none, all in favor of approving application 2011-13D, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Aye. Okay, the motion carries. It is unanimous. It is approved. Thank you very much, both Mr. Flores and Ms. Rojas. Best wishes to the applicant moving forward. Okay, if there is no further business, yes, Mr. Orr.
Just a couple of items, Chair, the Committee of Land Oversight did request and we provided temporary workforce housing data. They wanted, they being the legislative committee of land. And secondly, they also requested data on TWHF meeting data, which is forums. Making our chairperson like now publishing for meetings that we would not have. That information.
Okay, thank you very much. I saw that those were sent to Speaker Teresa Trelawney's office as she serves as the oversight chair. So how do we do in terms of canceling due to lack of power?
You know, this is only kind of like my second time around. I was the director of land management back in 2001. The record there was very bad for the executive secretary, but this time around, I think our record is no definition is something so very. Meeting this administration and I don't think they have so many meetings that they cancel all things of that nature. So we don't really have that problem now, and it's especially noted that we did it basically maybe 3 members.
Yes, and I do want to thank my colleagues for just confirming their attendance. I know that some folks do need to travel from time to time. And technically, we're just down to 4 members of 5. We need a full 5. I already notified the front office that we also anticipate the retiring of Commissioner Flores in April of 2025. She has been renewed, I think, at least a couple of times over, and we certainly appreciate your service to this commission. I think from the global pandemic, we were very mindful of the need to, we call it the continuity of operations, and we had to pivot online, but very mindful of not wanting to create even further delay for for all of these applications that have gone through just extensive review among other types of requirements. And so we appreciate Ms. Borja for your leadership, for the hard work led by Chief Planner Celine Cruz with her amazing staff. And first, thank you, Christina. Thank you, Attorney Millen, for making herself available. And of course, Mr. Swavely has seen over the decades just some of the the ups and downs of commission actions and work and so forth. But
this is the best.
Is this the best? Only because I'm here. Okay.
No. Keep those on all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Borgo.
We just have a couple of items of information. There's been no legislative action on the last meeting.
Yes.
I don't think that there will be before you, but we could, on that issue, we are cognizant also the inspiration. Other than that, that's basically.
Yes, and we do anticipate with the 38th Guam legislature taking office in January that there is a possibility of a change in the oversight committee chair. And so in anticipation of the retiring of Commissioner Flores and with that still outstanding vacancy, I have notified the front office that we will be needing replacements, and of course, always very mindful of the potential for conflicts and the possibility of your chair being absent due to being off island and wanting to ensure that the business of the commission continues even, through these, conflicts and conflicting out and so forth. But I do support anything else.
No, Madam Chair, that's about it, other than when they anticipated next meeting might be.
So the regularly scheduled meeting would have been on the 28th, but that's a holiday. The way the commission convenes meetings, if a meeting date falls on a holiday, is they have the meeting on the following Tuesday, which is December 3rd, but we are not tracking any applications that are ready for commission reports on the 3rd at this time.
Thank you.
I do anticipate having a meeting on December 12th.
Okay,
That would be the next, and if everybody could email us their availability for the 12th.
I will be here.
Then just a question for we please stand on the written of legal matters of the commission president in executive session.
Generally, no.
It's a draft is potential.
The Guam law on executive sessions is actually quite narrow. And we're really only supposed to be talking about litigation in a closed executive session. If that's where we're going, then we can certainly consider it, but it's really at the commission's discretion whether you want to discuss any topic at all in executive session or open session.
Thank you.
I do want to just, for the record, I would invite some type of working group to take a look at just addressing in general the processes of applications and including what we have in statute with regard to just addressing some of the concerns that have been raised by the business industry with regard to just timelines and I remind folks that at the Guam Land Use Commission or the Guam Hybrid Land Use Commission, the delay isn't with the commission, but the department does its due diligence with regard to complying with statute, and so we don't deviate from statute. And if there is, a better mousetrap, so to speak, out there, I think it's only fitting that perhaps we engage others, including perhaps the Oversight Committee on Land, to explore with perhaps a much larger group of stakeholders to address or to review what we have in terms of public law and review other jurisdictions and perhaps see where there may be opportunities for streamlining without sacrificing the end objective of safeguarding safety, health, and the general well-being as it relates to applications that come through to the commission. So I'm not directing anything. I'm just saying that because many times I've been approached about, well, can't the Guam Land Use Commission do this? And I say no, because it's statutory, but I think it's time that we do have an external group of stakeholders come together, whether they come through an appointed representative from the committee, the oversight committee, perhaps from the governor's office, maybe from the Guam Contractors Association or from the Guam Chamber of Commerce or whichever. And of course, they will need some sage advice, obviously, context coming from the Director of Department of Land Management. And I hear Attorney Miller has extensive exposure and experience and insights that he can contribute to that conversation. So I just wanted to state that for the record. We'll see where that ends. Okay. Thank you very much. If there are no other announcements, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion for adjournment. Okay, thank you very much, Commissioner Pangilinan. A motion has been made to adjourn. Do I hear a second? Thank you, Commissioner Flores. All in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye. Thank you very much. The ayes have it. This meeting is adjourned, 2:26 p.m. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Thank you for the hard work of our team members, Florida, and commissioners, and Mr. Moon. Thank you very much. Yes.